Welcome to today's version of Remax TV, and today we've got a very nervous but very successful candidate with us as an interviewee, and that's Bridget Donnelly from our Remax GBT Wanneroo office. Mate, it's fair to say you're pretty nervous today?
I am, just a little bit.
Okay, and that's why I decided to give you a little bit of time to think about it, but not too much. So I sprung this on Bridget last night and she immediately went into a panic because although she's one of the best real estate salespeople we have in the group, she's also a little bit adverse to being in the public eye. So I think that speaks for itself. She likes to get the job done but doesn't want to crow from the rooftops about it. So Bridget, one of the things I've found in the time I've known you, that you don't give up easy. You're fairly stubborn, and that was demonstrated recently in that property that we put to auction at Carabooda, which unfortunately didn't go off at the auction, but you persevered with it. Tell us a little bit about the story with that, where it started and where it ended up.
Okay. The property, we put it on the market. Obviously, I believed it was a good auction property. We didn't know where the price actually was going to stay, so the best idea for us was to let the market bring the price to the property, which we did. We had a fantastic turnout, good auction. Geoff was the auctioneer, which was really good. But after the auction, we got a good price on it, and it actually went unconditional today.
So congratulations on that. Look, you've been, you were with Remax when it was owned by Remax International. When that agency you were with transferred to another brand or decided to go out on their own, you went with them, and you've always had that wish to come back to Remax, and you've fulfilled that since, you know, I've taken over, and I'll take that as a compliment. But how are you finding it?
Look, I love Remax. One reason I joined Remax was because of the brand name. To me, if I wanted to do this job, I'm a perfectionist, so I believe in working in a company that will extend what I wanted to do. The brand's good, the tools are good, so to me, that's where I wanted to be.
And it gives you your own individuality, which from your perspective is really important to you, isn't it? You like to express yourself. Tell us about that.
Very important to me. Remax allows me to work as a business within a business. As I say, I don't have anyone coming down telling me how to do my job. I know how to do my job. I get it done. If I need some tools, some information, Remax is always there to give me that. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, look, from our point of view, we like to have that uniqueness or that point of difference where instead of having the brand foremost, we promote our people first. And I think by doing that, it complements the brand anyway, because if our people are successful, I think you'll agree that your success reflects in the success of the brand. So we all win from that.
Yep. I find going into appraisals, the Remax, the brand name, it's an international name. It helps me get a lot of my listings because people recognise the brand. So well, you've had plenty of opportunity to know that because, as I say, you've been with the Remax brand probably a lot longer than most of us, and you know. And one thing I really admire about you is that tenacity and that belief in what you're doing. And you know, in your negotiation, you know, tell us a little bit about that. You've got some fairly expensive properties over the line when the market has been fairly difficult over the last couple of years. So, tell us a couple of your secrets with the way you deal with people, because I haven't actually had the privilege of being across the kitchen table. Now he's put me on the spot.
Yeah.
I don't really know. It was when I joined Remax, I just happened to fall into these properties. I didn't set out to do that, but I seem to specialise in premium properties, and I find I love the job I do. So I love when I see the property, I believe in the property, and I think the clients actually see that. And if you're able to be easy with the client can come across easy to you. And it's no different than selling a $200 house than a $2,000 or $2 million house.
Sure. So pretty much it's a matter of whether, and if you feel good about a property, then you find it fairly easy to believe in it. And then would it be fair to say that if you've got that belief when you're dealing with the buyer, it's easier to get over the line? How do you find that dealing with buyers?
I think if you're honest with the buyer, and it's a lot easier. There's no point in telling lies to someone. I just sit down with them at the kitchen table. I talk to them about their property, and if they're comfortable with me, I normally walk away with 99% of my listings, to my appraisals to my listings. Okay,
and then with buyers, same thing. If it's really, you know, my belief is that people buy houses. We don't sell houses to them. They fall in love with them, but it's in our job to make sure that the deal's put together properly, that there's a win-win situation between the buyer and the seller. And you know, I always judge a salesperson by the amount of complaints you get about them, and certainly in the time I've known you, I've never had a single complaint from anybody. So obviously out there you're dotting your I's and crossing your T's. Would that be fair to say that's important?
Very important. I think it's very important to let the buyer know exactly where they stand. Some agents don't give them all the information. I believe in giving every piece of information I have about the property, make them feel good about the property, and it's like they're buying a big thing that, you know, it's a big thing for them to purchase, so they need to know the honest. So if you're honest with them, I believe they trust you.
Well, look, you're up there with a higher echelon of successful salespeople in the state. You've been in the industry now for 3 or 4 years, is it?
4 years.
4 years, so that's not an enormously long time. So you put it together fairly quickly. You know, in the group, some people have the perception that RE/MAX only takes experienced people, but the bottom line is we're open to anybody that's got passion, courage and the ability to really focus on providing a high level of customer service, but also someone who will fit into a team situation, because as you've found, we've got, you know, we really want to nurture that team philosophy within our group, and that's one of the things that makes us different than other run-of-the-mill agencies. So, you know, from that point of view, would you recommend RE/MAX to either a new person or a person that wants to take their career to the next level, and for that matter, an experienced person? Do you see a room for them, for all those different categories in RE/MAX?
RE/MAX is open to everybody. That gives an opportunity to everyone. I actually started with RE/MAX straight after doing my licence. So I walked straight out of school into RE/MAX office. And if I hadn't have done that, I don't think I'd be doing real estate today. RE/MAX give me everything I needed. It's there for the beginners, for somebody else who wants to learn more. All the tools are there, you just have to use them. If you believe in yourself and believe in the brand, you'll do well, because it definitely does there to help you.
Sure. And we earlier today had a talk with Vicky Veedy, and you've known Vicky for a long time, and I think it'd be fair to say, as our operations manager, she's a terrific asset to the business, isn't she?
Fantastic.
And somebody that helps us with our new people, and somebody that's really passionate about the brand. And, you know, how have you found dealing with Vicky over the years?
Vicky's like a mum. That's what I look down at Vicky as. She's like
I don't
a
know if she like that.
Oh, she mightn't like that, but if you need something, Vicky's there to help you. I've always found things that I didn't know. If I lift the phone, Vicky's definitely on the other end of the phone. She'll return your calls. She's good. You need that in a job like this, because it's a very stressful job.
Sure.
But you need somebody that knows what they're talking about and can help you.
And you're working out there with Demo and Rhett. How do you find Rhett as a principal? I'm probably putting him on the spot.
Fantastic. Look, it's a great team. One of our office is a fantastic team.
Yeah. So
he doesn't come across as a licensee. He's just one of the lads, really. He's a good guy.
Okay, well, look, just to wrap it up, I want to congratulate you on your success, and I look forward to us growing together. We're working together on our sales success training at the moment, which I'm really enjoying, and we're challenging each other with some aspects of that. But look, from my point of view, Bridget, congratulations on being part of the group. Thanks for working with us. We really appreciate that, and we look forward to an exciting journey ahead with you. So thanks very much for being a part of RE/MAX TV, and thank you and good afternoon.
Thank you.